What's up, everybody? It's the Warrior of Light. I have another video here with a fixed battle in the Final Fantasy series. This one's kind of interesting. It took me a little bit longer to actually do this one than the one with Final Fantasy X and Titus facing off against the Water Flam, but today we're going to be answering the question, what happens if you kill Atlas in Final Fantasy XIII before solving the paradox? If you're familiar with this game, you'll know that early on there's a boss called Atlas that is far too strong for your party starting the game off. You're meant to weaken him through solving a paradox, and you're able to go back and kill him. For some people that have 100% of this game, they might know what will happen, or at least have an idea of what they think will happen. Whatever you're thinking, if you have 100% of this game, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, but we'll see. This video is going to be a little bit longer than some of my other ones because it took multiple save files to kind of show how this works. So I have this save file right here that's only 35 minutes, which is just to show you how the game is typically supposed to happen. This is my save file with 138 hours, where in which I maxed out every single role for both Sarah and Noel, so all their jobs are level 99 on that one, and that's the one we'll use to try and defeat Atlas. But this one I'm just showing you what happens, what's supposed to happen, and the normal progression if you try to take him down without solving the paradox, and see the significant difference in ability, or between his ability to do damage and your hit points at that point in the game. There's no way you should be able to kill him. There is something that you'll see later on. You'll even see an example, hopefully towards the end of this video. But if you've 100% of this game, you know about closing gates. And as you'll see when I open up the other file, we'll talk about this again later, I don't have that ability yet to close the gate and restart. Basically, like reset the timeline. If you've watched Loki yet, that the TVA kind of does. So anyways, this is the file with the normal story progression. By the way, I will pin in the comments exactly where the answer to this question will be, so you don't have to watch all this if you don't really want to. So let's try to get away from these guys and not fight them. I don't really want to get into... Oh, man. That's okay. I think we could just retry and get out of here. Oh, no! Oh, let's try to get away. Try not to do any random encounters and just get there to the boss. Oh, we're running out of time. Alright, let's just fight him. Whatever. I haven't used any CP on these characters yet. I have CP, and I will use it towards the right before we fight Atlas. But it's really not going to make much of a difference. We're not going to stand a chance against him. I'm pretty sure he'll be able to one-shot us in one hit, regardless of what I do. Even if I were to throw up 3 Sentinels, I'm pretty sure he's just going to wipe the whole party in one hit. And so you'll see, it should be impossible for you to, almost impossible for you to beat him at that point in the game. But with the other save file that has, 138 hours, it took a little bit longer than Final Fantasy X. Because, well, with Titus in Final Fantasy X, I wasn't completely maxing him out. I was just trying to get him strong enough to kill the Water Flame. This one, I got so close to maxing out all the jobs, I just decided to go all the way and make them all level 99. I probably could have killed him a little earlier. We'll see how difficult he is to kill with everything at 99. I tried about halfway through, and I got him down to maybe like 25%. The problem with Atlas is he does wound damage too, and wound damage takes away from your overall health that you can't heal back. So if you're familiar with Final Fantasy 15, there's kind of like I mean, they don't call it wound damage in that game, but you have to use like a different item or something like that to regain a certain portion of your health bar, as it goes down or whatever. So we're gonna keep going. Should be a cutscene here in a second. Alright, so she's saying to go to the cemetery. This is where we're going to face off against Atlas. And there he is. He looks like he just threw something at us. Yep, and there's Atlas.
large energy surge in the center of the ruins. Another unknown device has appeared.
Did the device appear along with Atlas? If Atlas is a weapon built by humans, they must have designed a way to stop it.
And that machine showing up is no coincidence.
Right.
Two choices. We try that new device and hope it controls Atlas. Or do it the old-fashioned way and fight him head-on. No regrets, no looking back.
So our decision in this live trigger doesn't really matter.
I'm all for living in the moment. I'm with you.
What matters is which way we go. Fight Atlas or go do the paradox. I'm gonna fight Atlas real quick just to show you. Oh man. Awesome. Another battle. I was hoping I could avoid all these. That Uridimu is difficult to avoid. But it was one of those little bat things.
Good boy.
Okay, here we go. Come on. This is taking a long time. Oh, yeah, I just realized I gotta... I don't know why I was stuck on Commando. Yeah, diversity is probably a little bit more helpful here. So I can raise that stagger bar. Alright, now things are going to start moving a little quicker. Almost there. Almost Atlas. The good news is the first fight with him with this file should be pretty quick. It's the other file that'll be kind of interesting. I am going to use a little bit of this. Well, I'm going to use all the CP I have at this point because I actually haven't touched the Crystarium at all. I'm going to use up everything I have and power them up as much as I can before I go into the fight to show you just how there's no chance to be able to beat him at this game unless you've done a significant amount of grinding like I did in the other file. Come on, almost done. Alright, there we go. Oh! Another monster crystal. Okay. So let's power them up just a little bit. And we're going to go with the Ravager roll for her, because I mean, that's mostly what she'll be doing in this one. This is going to be so quick. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I'm just doing this to show you that even if you are, even at level 19, this fight is like absolutely impossible. And I guess all we can do is unlock the Saboteur roll. I was hoping to unlock the Medic roll, but whatever, that's fine. I think we have to unlock this first before that becomes available. And with Noel, I think he first unlocks the Synergist roll. It's been a second. Yeah, we'll just unlock Synergist, whatever. Okay. And let's mess with the... Oh, no, whoops. Yeah. Fill these up real quick. This doesn't really matter. But let's see. Saboteur, Synergist. I don't even think they have any abilities. That works. I don't really have a Sentinel. I don't have a third Sentinel yet. We could go get one at this point in the game, as we'll see in my other save file, but I'm not going to go grab another one. You'll see. It wouldn't even really make a difference if I had a third Sentinel in there anyway. There he is.
There he is.
And not looking too happy.
Alright, let's do this. So this is the normal story progression. No leveling. Let's switch. Oh! Yeah, that ended pretty quick. So, one hit. The entire party's dead. Let's go to the other file where we're completely leveled up. And kill him and see what happens. And the reason why this is, again, so long, because there is a way to actually change things and like go back in time and like reset the timeline, but it's called closing the dates. As you'll see in my other save file right here, I have collected all 160 fragments and 100% of the game. So for others of you that have done that, you're probably expecting the same outcome that I am, and we'll see. We'll see if it happens. Because remember, we don't have the ability to close gates yet. As you'll see when I open up the Historia Crux here, look, I can't close any of these gates, and these are the only two I have access to. We haven't progressed that far in the story. This is a brand new game. So I'm curious, if I can't close the gate, what happens if I choose to take him on? I never solve the paradox, and something else happens that I'm thinking is going to happen. I don't want to spoil it yet for those of you that haven't 100% of the game. You'll see what happens if we kill Atlas. We'll see. I think I know what's going to happen. But that'd be interesting. I'm wondering how that's going to affect it if I can't close the gate. So here's the other. We're going to get into one more battle on the way because I've almost maxed out. I'm like 98 on the very last roll. So this battle should help us get the what is it, 30,000 CP we need, or three? I think I need 3,000 CP to get the very last level. As you can see here, super strong. Should be able to one-shot this Kate Sith. Boom. 1,428. Doing pretty good damage. So I should be able to max out that last roll. The Ravager. Yep. So 99. Commando, Ravager, Sentinel, Saboteur, Synergist, Medic. All level 99. And with Sarah, boom. They're both mastered all the way. They can't get any stronger at this point. There's not really... I mean, this is the beginning of the game. There's no other weapons I can get for them to power them up anymore. It's all just grinding. So as you see here, we have two options. We can track down Atlas, or the other option is to, can we control Atlas? And, hold on. Sorry, I don't know why this game did this. It used to... I'm using a Steam controller, but it's showing my keyboard for some reason for the buttons. And so it's messing me up. There we go. This one, right in between the arrows. That's where we're supposed to go to solve the paradox, but this is where we're going to go to fight Atlas. Yeah, by the way, if you do buy this game on Steam, it is a little buggy. There's been some fixes and stuff. Luckily, the Steam community always puts out some information on helping to tighten things up a little bit. But even to this day, I got through the whole game, 100%ed it, no problem. It didn't crash too many times. But here's all our monsters that we're able to get so far. I got the Exo-Ray, but he's really not that great. Kate Sith at this point is better. Exo-Ray does turn into a better monster, but we've gotten all the monsters we can. We've powered them up as much as we can at this point in the game. They're really not going to be the ones getting us through this battle. It's going to be more Noel and Sarah. Let's see. Let's set things up before we walk into this party. Make sure we're good. Yeah. Oops. Let's change this to Synergist, and oh, wait. I gotta change this out. I gotta switch my paradigm pack. Let's go. Where is he? Oh, wait. Oh, there he is. Dendrobium, my Saboteur. So we'll get some buffs and debuffs in at the beginning. And we'll switch this to, let's see, Saboteur, because why not? And I'm going to put the 3 Sentinels down at the bottom, but we'll go Commander, Ravager, and then down at the bottom, Sentinel. Oh, whoops. I need another Sentinel in this party. Let's see, where is my Pulse Knight? Oh, there he is. Okay, we're gonna use him for our Sentinel because his attacks. We're gonna need something to. We're gonna need the Tortoise Paradigm deck to absorb that damage. So here we go. Let's change some of these up a little bit. I guess we can have him heal while we're. Let me change this out. I feel like I need another commando in here. Is that my strongest one? Yeah. Alright, let's let's check this one more time. I'm trying to make sure this fight doesn't last too long. Let's change that one. We need 3 medics for one of these paradigm decks. There we go. A little salvation. And yeah, diversity. I feel like this looks good. I feel like we'll be fine. I feel like we're strong enough to take this guy on. Let's just do it. Dude's massive. I like big, massive bosses like that. It's kind of cool. There he is. Get some buffs on. Oh, switching already for that first hit. And get back on the offensive. Or wait, let's buff up a little bit here.
It won't let you down.
Now he's coming in again with that slap. Salvation. Yeah, we didn't actually take that much damage. Let's start trying to put some debuffs on him. It doesn't look like they're taken, which I'm not surprised by. Oh, here it comes again. Tortoise. Oh. Oh, I forgot this is the double attack. Oh, man, I almost missed that. I think I did miss that. Yeah, we lost one. We're gonna have to throw our Phoenix down. Oh, wait, I'm messing this up. Oh, dude, I just used another Phoenix down. I didn't need to do that. I guess it doesn't matter. I haven't. Oh, all of our buffs are gone. Did that remove all of our buffs? Oh, man, that makes it kind of a waste. Oh, here it comes again. I feel like I'm not doing anything. We should just do all-out attack. Let's just go after him. Oh, but 2 commandos and a Ravager. This is going to take forever. I'm regretting this setup now, big time. I am regretting this setup. Salvation. Let's get some cures in. Whoa, he has already taken a lot of blood. Let's redo this. I'm changing that. We don't need... If he's able to throw off our buffs and debuffs... Well, actually, we weren't even getting any debuffs on him. If he's able to throw our buffs off, let's switch this up a little bit. And I don't know why I kept XRA in there. He's actually my weakest healer at this point. I don't know why I had him in there. Because I have no items to power him up. So Kate Sith is currently stronger. XRA does get better, but right now he's not that great. So let's just switch this up. We need something a little bit more aggressive. If we can't buff our party. Or, I mean, if he's going to knock him off, I'm not going to sit there and rebuff and rebuff and rebuff. Especially because we already have to switch to Tortoise every time he attacks because of how much damage it does. This will be a better setup. Here we go. Get ready for the big hit. Boom. So he only has 3 attacks. And you can see them coming every single time. He either does the one fist with the right hand, or he'll... Actually, I guess he has 4 attacks. So this is the second one with the slapping hands. And then he has another one where he screams at us. He puts his hands down. And then there's another one where he comes down with his right hand and slaps the party. But then he'll follow up with the left hand and slap again. That's the one you gotta watch out for. This one right here. Boom. So there's gonna be another one coming here in a second. So we'll throw the Mediguard up. And then switch to Salvation. Here we go. And back on the offensive. Wow, we're really not taking a whole lot of damage. That's good. But this is kind of a timed battle, because if you can see our hit points, he's causing wound damage. Now, it's not a lot, but we got to get his hit points down faster than he's wounding us. You see that if you're not familiar with this game, on our HP bars, you see there's a red portion, but there's also like a portion of it that's see-through right now. And even when the damage comes in, you can see a difference in the damage coming in. The wound damage is like a bright red, whereas the regular damage is it's like a lighter red color or whatever. Switch to the Relentless Assault. Ooh, okay. Had to get at least one hit to keep that stagger bar from dropping. I think he drops fast with this guy. Let's switch to Salvation. Get some heals up. There we go. Oh, we gotta get some hits in again. I just realized his stagger's at... Oh, here it comes again. I just realized his stagger bar is at 900. This is gonna... I don't think we're gonna even stagger him in this fight. Looking at how much his HP is already depleted compared to the stagger bar, and as it continues to raise and we're doing 200% damage, 300% damage, I think we're gonna kill him before we even manage to stagger him. Here comes again, Tortoise. Boom, and this is the 2-hit. So let's get Mediguard up. That was a lot of wound damage. Kate Sith is not looking too good. What sucks is you can't restore. A medic roll doesn't have any spells that actually restores wound damage, so you're just stuck with having lost that damage for the rest of the fight. That's why we gotta be quick to take him down. This attack again. Switch to salvation, take off these debuffs. Suna. Back on the offensive, keep that bar from going down. It's funny, we're doing more damage with our Ravagers than that Commando is doing. Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense. We haven't really been able to power up the monsters that far because there's not a whole lot of materials at this point in the game to power them up. Because if you're not familiar with this game, the monsters are powered up through items. Oh, tortoise again. The monsters are powered up by using items, and there's not that many available at this time. Ooh, that was a lot of wound damage. It helps having as much hit points as we do, though. Yeah. And looking at his health bar and how much wound damage he's done to us, that's the good thing about staggering. Our enemies can't stagger us. But as we raise the stagger bar, we're doing more and more damage to him. Now we're up in the 500s. He's going to scream at us again. At least that's what I think he's doing. Let's get these debuffs off again. And I'm not wanting to use the feral links right now because I don't think it's actually going to be helpful. I think we're doing more damage and raising the stagger bar ourselves. And because we have to keep switching to Tortoise quick enough to reduce the damage he's doing to us, I don't want to mess that up by throwing in a feral link because the enemy will continue doing their attack while we go through that process. And I don't want to mess it up to where we're stuck with the wrong paradigm and we get slapped. Here comes his 2-hit. What is Medigard. Salvation in here. It always looks like he's going to hit again the way that fist comes back. It always makes me nervous. But this is it. This is the 4 attacks he does over and over again. The 1 fist, the 2 slaps, the 1 slap in the middle, and then the scream. And he's so slow, every single one is easy to see coming. But they do big damage if you're low party. We're almost there. Almost gonna see what happens if you kill him without having ever solved the paradox. The time variance authority will be after us on this one for sure. Switch. Yeah, we're good to keep going. I'm feeling confident. I don't feel like we need to switch to salvation that often anymore. We almost got him down. And switch. Yeah, I'm not even bothering with salvation. Our hit points look good. $138 hours. I hope it's worth it. There better be a better... Something different better happen. Because he's going down. Unless he does something weird. Medigard. Might be 1 salvation in here. Kate Sith is almost at 3 hit points. Kate Sith had 3 hit points. Let's bring that back up. And Relentless Assault again. Oh man, he's almost done. I might have to block 1 more hit, but this is pretty much over. Ooh, should I just go for it? I'm gonna block against it. I probably could have ended it, but let's go Relentless Assault and finish this off. A couple more hits. I hope there's not a cinematic with this.
So how do we do?
You did it!
Oh, there is. This keyboard thing messes me up. I hope I don't miss this. I keep forgetting what the backspace button is on the controller.
away!
What the?
How did we get here?
No! Look out!
Got it. Oh man, I barely got that one.
Move!
It's a g-
I think I found his weak spot. Ready?
Do it!
Wait for it.
There we go. It's a good thing it didn't make me fight him all the way from the beginning for that one failed cinematic. I'll be quiet for the cutscene afterwards. If anything's different and there plays a cutscene, I'll be quiet as it plays through. So let's see what happens if you kill him without solving the paradox. So it looks like it's already thrusted us back out into the Historia Crux. And what's this? We have a new location unlocked. Interesting. And it says we can close the gate now. That's weird. Can't close the gate anywhere but in this new location. Let's check it out.
Without first resolving the paradox, Sarah and Noel defeat the rampaging giant Atlas. In the ensuing confluence of energies, they are suddenly transported to an entirely different location. The two find themselves standing on a rolling plain that Sarah recognizes as the steps of Grand Pulse. A thudding boom resonates through the air. They have heard heavy footfalls like these before. All around them are gigantic soldiers, man-made weapons of destruction. The final war, spoken of in the prophecies, has begun.
So as you can see, it said that we didn't solve the paradox. We just went and fought him. And now somehow it's opened up a different gate. So we're going to go into the Arclight step and see. We don't know what year this is, but we're going to see what happened, how we changed the timeline by not solving the paradox. So to answer the question, it does influence the game. If you just play through it normally and solve the paradox, you will not get this, what you're seeing right now.
A colossal war once raged across the land. The spark was the pillar of Cocoon, growing weaker by the day, threatening to collapse. Among the people, there were those who sought to resurrect the Fal'Cie. They wanted to use their power to avert catastrophe. However, there were many who feared the Fal'Cie and their part in Cocoon's history. The populace was split. Anger divided them. Over the course of time, the debate escalated to war. As the battle raged on, one side created soldiers the size of mountains. Instead of surrendering, their rivals retaliated by building their own massive weapons. What began as a dispute between humans became an earth-shattering war between giants. The titanic conflict grew beyond the people's ability to control. Pulse became a scorched battlefield. And eventually, what they set out to protect was destroyed.
That story has been passed down for generations. It happened long before I was born, but for Sarah, it's a war she knows nothing about, one that has yet to take place. The massive weapons of war overran the land. They say it was the beginning of the end of the world, the day the giants caused the fall of Cocoon. If it's true.
If we defeat all the giants, then we should be able to save the future. And the world. I've made up my mind. I'm staying here with you, Noel, in this time. I can't let the world be destroyed.
Thanks, Sarah. The pillar supporting Cocoon is already weak and starting to crumble. There's not much time left for us. But even so, we're not going to give up. We can't. Because I know what happens after Cocoon comes crashing down from the sky. The world is stripped of growth, of life. The water runs dry. and even the winds grow still. Everything withers away in a slow death. It's a world with no hope, no future, nothing. A forsaken world. That's the world in which I was born.
A giant mistake, 10,000 CP. Kind of useless at this point. But that's actually kind of interesting. So Final Fantasy XIII-2. Paradox ending is a side ending that results from choices Sarah and Noel make elsewhere along the timeline. There are several paradox endings hidden in this game. So yeah, there's different paradox endings that you can actually find in this game. And this one's actually really interesting because this is probably the only fixed battle in all of Final Fantasy, the whole Final Fantasy series. It actually makes a difference if you don't follow what is supposed to be the regular story progression and grind to where you actually can kill him without doing what the story is supposed to want you to do. Now, if you have 100% of this game, you know that later on in the game you get the ability to close gates, which it says right here. But I still can't close the gates here, which means there's one more question for us to ask in the Brescia Runes. Considering that we chose a different way of handling this, kind of went down a different timeline, what's going to happen if we go back in here? I'm kind of interested to find that out. Because we didn't solve the paradox, we just killed the giant. So what's going to happen now that we jump back into the Brescia Runes? I didn't even think of this question when I was making this video. I mean, because we killed the giant, but the paradox was something we were supposed to do. Oh, okay, so he just reappears. That's kind of lame. Alright, that part is a little lame. But the fact that there was like some kind of alternate ending for doing what you weren't supposed to do in the story is kind of cool. So that's it. That answers the question. What happens if you kill Atlas without ever having solved the paradox on a new game? No closing of the gates, no resetting the timelines to go back and do it with a stronger party, better monsters in your paradigm deck or anything like that, and the party maxed out. Just boom, started the game. Within what's supposed to be the first 2 hours of the game, if you instead stop at that moment, grind, and kill him yourself, you get this cool paradox ending, which you could also get by, you know, just trying to 100% the game, getting the close the gate ability later. So, this has been the Warrior of Light. Thank you guys for watching.